Well, tell me what's happening on the southern border where apparently Joe Biden hasn't caused a crisis at all, but there seems to be a crisis developing.
Well, the southern border is one of those issues that's just not going away. So we've been down there over the last week. We're going to have some stories running next week to give people a really clear idea of what the issues are. But certainly across the board, everyone who lived there was saying that this is something that they've never seen before in their lifetimes, and they do want urgent action. But the question of what that action is what's going to be critical to solving this. There are thousands of people crossing the border each day. But what we have seen is just this bottleneck of people building up along the border because Donald Trump's administration was quite hardline. So there has been this quick influx of people as soon as the Biden administration came in, even regardless of messaging, just seeing that this was an opportunity, so they're making a go of it. But we have also seen this steady stream of people coming over. Kamala Harris has been appointed as the czar over this, that she's to address this issue. And they're looking at the systemic issues around what's happening in Central America that's leading to this rapid increase of people crossing. But she's also focusing her rhetoric saying that a lot of this is due to climate change, that people are leaving because, for instance, there have been a number of cyclones within the Central American region which have displaced a number of people. That's a difficult sell for traditional Republicans. And just along the border, it was extraordinary, the number of people you'd see just crossing each day. We spoke to people who regularly see migrants running through their backyards, and it was just a sight to behold. So looking forward to sharing those stories next week.
Yeah, we also saw terrible pictures of children in cages, which demonised, or a lot of people demonised Donald Trump over. But the cages were actually built under the Obama era administration. Have they changed, or has it changed since then? Like, has Kamala Harris gone down there and released the children?
Well, she hasn't physically gone down, but the only thing that's really changed is now they're giving asylum to unaccompanied minors who cross over. And so what we are seeing is just that increasing incentive for people to separate from their children. And those are the children that are then being funneled usually to relatives in the United States. But for instance, one woman we spoke to who was separated, she said by no choice of her own, but in the kind of just real I want to say just like craziness of that crossing over the Rio Grande, but it would have been just kind of one of those high intensity moments in your life. Now she's in contact with her son. She wants him back. She says where she is, but the US government's saying no, he'll be released into foster care or being adopted out because he doesn't have relatives in the United States. It's a really confusing time. People are relying on a lot of non-government organisations, and we've heard that even a lot of those aren't going around the area because it's such a tense political situation at the moment, and those bigger organisations don't want to expose themselves there. So it's left a lot of people in the lurch, and it's a really scary time for a lot of families.
Yeah, the uncertainty is the thing that causes a lot of the damage.